Hey everyone, it's me, the goat Billy. Journey with me, and you'll see a large suspension bridge, gorgeous ocean scenery, and a hidden oasis at our destination, along with many more gems along the way.
Good morning, everyone. Got a much better sleep last night. I think I only woke up once or twice, but went back to sleep right away. Let's take a look and see what it's like out today. Ooh, it's a bit of a spooky morning. It's very foggy again.
Alrighty, it's breakfast time. And guess what that means? Earl Grey tea of the creamy vanilla variety, and a good old classic soup. Classic golden soup. What would I do without that?
It puts the lime in the coconut, you mix it all up. Woo. That's a steamy one today. Put that on some ultra low heat for a bit.
And I will pack up the remnants of my tent while I'm waiting. Got the insides all gutted out right there. Yeah, just need to pack up the tent.
Let that dry out for a few minutes.
Just time for the morning feast. Yum, 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 yum. Whew, that's a steamy one. I'm gonna let that cool off for a bit. Turned out to be a pretty good morning. As you can see behind me, much of the fog is dissipated from earlier this morning. Got like some of that background horizon fog, but that's all right. Keeps a bit of the mystery way out there at bay. So yeah, I can see a bunch of the waves coming in, and it looks like a pretty good day for surfing. This is also my favorite site out of the past 3 so far. Got my own little secluded area, except this time it was even bigger. And yeah, this beach it's gorgeous and it's huge. Probably stretches on for about 2 kilometers or so. I'd say about half of it's rocks, but yeah, the other half is sand, and there's so many places to camp here. Like you could probably fit 1,000 people here. I'd say there's probably about 50 people here yesterday. So yeah, there's a decent amount of people on a Wednesday night. But yeah, the East Beach was wonderful. Really wish it was a bit sunnier there though, but that's okay. And yeah, it was like all sand at the East Beach. You get to like the middle of the pack here, kind of getting close to West Beach, and it's rocky. And then you come back to the West Beach and it's all sandy again. Very pleasant. Still looks pretty hot. I think the best thing about this place too is you can just access it for like a little day hike. Parking lot's pretty close to here. And yeah, you can just come for a day surf, day beach walk, or stay a couple nights here if you want. Yeah, it's probably my favorite beach of all time so far. It's time to test out the waters. Perfecto. Started reading I Am Legend yesterday. Got pretty far in it. Got about a third done, 100 pages in. And yeah, it's a pretty good read. I'm all packed up and good to go. Today I'm going to be making my way to Payzant Creek. And it should be a pretty nice day today. It's supposed to be sunny and looks like It is quite sunny. People stopped blaring their foghorns, all those boats in the distance there, so you can actually see some boats today. This next day should be pretty decently easy hiking compared to the past couple of days. Yeah, going from Bear Beach to Chin Beach was a slog. I was doing like 1.5K an hour. It was slow. It was an agility course. It was fun though. It's just one of those days where you just get to your campsite, set everything up, have dinner, and then just go to bed. Whereas yesterday, it wasn't too bad. The first little bit was a little strenuous, and then it got kind of easy there for a bit, and then the last little bit was an agility course for about a kilometer or so. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Plus I only did 8K yesterday. So yeah, today I'm gonna do about 11, 12 kilometers, but yeah, it should be pretty easy go. Hopefully I'll be able to read more in my book. I'll definitely be coming back, and I would recommend everyone to give it a go. Even if you're not much of a hiker or an outdoors person, this is a spectacular place. I'm sure it gets busy on the weekends, but during the weekdays, it's a treat. So yeah, definitely give it a go. It's just a little tiny mini hike in here, and then you're greeted with all sorts of gorgeousness. You can have yourself a great time with all your friends and family. All right, well, it's getting close to 10 o'clock. I'm a lazy bum. So yeah, it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, Sombrio Beach.
It's going to be just shy of a 10-kilometer hike today. The fog seems to be lifting, which will make for a great day to do half of this adventure on the beach. The first couple of kilometers will be strolling along the beach until we have to go back into the forest. Not long after we are with the Ents, we will be greeted with a large suspension bridge at Minute Creek. After a brief hike, we will stop for a little snack at Little Kuitshe Creek campsite. 3 more kilometers gets us to Parkinson Creek parking lot, which is where most of the elevation will be for today. Descending from there will take us back to the beach briefly before we reach our destination at Payzant Creek campsite. This is going to be a much easier day than the previous 3 days. Not much for elevation during this trip. So this is the west campsite, the west-west. We have 5 tent pads, and I was gonna stay here last night, but I decided not to. It is a lot quieter over here if you're looking to get some backpacking solitude like me, but I couldn't pass up a spot like that. When it wasn't even loud or anything last night, some people are playing music, but that was nice. It is low tide right now, so I'm going to do a bit of a beach walk while I can. Plus it's gorgeous out today, so can't miss an opportunity like this. So I can hike along this path for about a kilometer or so. Just gotta watch out for the kelpie rocks. So those things are nasty. Found some old rusty sea treasures from a downed old pirate ship, yar. I actually have no idea what any of this is, other than it's ancient iron. These buoys here, they signify where to go. So that means you can either go back into the trail over there, or you can hike along shore. Sometimes there's an alternative, sometimes there's not. Right now there's no alternative. I have to go back into the forest lands. 31 kilometers. Definitely missed 2 or 3 of these guys. Yeah, I did 2 kilometers on the beach and they don't have that trail all marked out. That's cool. Got 16 kilometers to go total and probably about 8 more today. Definitely not any new plank bridges. This is all old school stuff. Approaching kilometer 32, just past that Minute Creek suspension bridge. And that is the last one of this journey. So there's 3 total. That giant one at Lost Creek after that super big hill climb. Then there was one at the campsite I was just at, Sombrio Beach. And didn't go across that one. Not on camera anyways, but I did fill up water under it. And then, yeah, just that one at Minute Creek. Missing a few planks. Got some down trees on top of it. I think I'm gonna take the mud highway instead. Oh, it's a little slippery from all the detour. Just came down this way, but it's a bit of a gnarly rooted climb. Just to the right there, there's a rope attached to that tree. After the rope land, I'm greeted by the ocean once again. It's finally clearing up enough where you can see the other side of land, which is the States over there in Washington. After decrepit highway, we've reached kilometer 33. Cool beans. There should be a little campsite right around the corner here. Little Kuitshe. I think that's what it's called. Not staying there tonight. If I did, then tomorrow would be a super long day. And I'd rather have a shorter day tomorrow if possible. Because today's 11 kilometers. Tomorrow is 11 kilometers, which is fine. Just I don't want tomorrow to be 17 kilometers. Speaking of the devil, I have found it. Little Kuitshe Creek campsite. So just over here, if you go straight up that path, there's a little pit toilet. And of course the usual information boards, tide charts. I like this map though. It tells you where it's passable on the beach at certain locations, which I certainly did. Saves you a bit of going up and down. Have a nice little stroll on the beach. Got a little storage locker for food there. And then it looks like just a bunch of tent pads here. I don't think anyone's here. I just saw a group leave. So this is pretty cool. It's just nestled into the forest. A little bit different than the past couple of days. This is really nice. And here it is, the fabled Kuitshe Creek. It's just a wee little guy. It's nice in there though. All these creeks are really nice. All right, onward to Payzant. According to my little book I got about this trail, They just redid a bunch of areas here. So this must be brand new work, which is nice because that trail between Sombrio and Little Kuitshe, my goodness, it was a doozy at some points. Old log step system, new plank road. This also marks kilometer 34. This one's a bit of an up and down. New infrastructure with the old stuff. It's kind of cool. Just past 35 kilometers. There are some people there eating snacks, so decide not to record. Yeah, it's been good. Ooh, look at this. Opens right up into ocean. All this infrastructure here, it is super brand new. It's still green almost. Yeah, this is probably the part they put in last year. It was probably in a very poor condition before, according to my book. You got some leftover plankos over there. That's nice. This way it saves the trail from getting all muddy and packed down, and then people creating other trails because of the hazards and stuff. Kilometer 36. 4 more until base camp. Been a pretty chill day so far. Made it to kilometer 37. Last kilometer was nice. This is it, the Parkinson Creek. Same thing as most other parks. Just has a little information board. Little toilets back there too. Yeah, the trail just continues on that way. 3 more kilometers to Payzant Creek. Let's go. I found a lure sign. Long story short, 2 different plates clashed together. Maiden Island. Approaching 38 kilometers. This last kilometer has been really easy. Pretty much a flat walk the whole time. 2 more to go, and I can put my feet up for a little rest. I found another lure sign. Apparently this was clear cut in the 80s. This is almost high tide, about an hour off from high tide. And it's a good thing today's high tide is fairly low. It's only 2.6 meters or so. If it was another meter higher, I would be in a bit of trouble right now, but I should be able to get around this. The only thing that may give me some issues here is this rock. Oh, this might be bad. I think I'm going to climb up it because that is on a pretty aggressive angle. Yeah, there's nothing to hold on to, and I'll go for a dunk otherwise. So up we go. There's also a carving in the ground there. It says good with an arrow pointing to the left, but I don't trust it. Not today. Oh. Why, hello, main trail. come across another lower board. Always wondered how kelp works. These guys definitely scared me enough times, more than I can count. See, it should be these guys are the scary ones, but no, it's the blue grouse. Look at these sad planks. I might have another season left in them, but yeah, they're toasted. Kind of nice to walk on. They got like that spongy, decayed feel. This one's of a nurse log, and once it dies, it still harbors plenty of life. This is it. This is Payzant Creek. Old bridge. In a decaying condition. Ooh, nice little pool down there. Hello everyone, good evening. So I got my base camp set up here, Payzant Creek campground, and yeah, got everything all tied down this time. No beach camping here, there's not even beach access, so just hanging out in the forest, and it's pretty nice. What I really like about this campsite is that it's very quiet. It's really chilled out, got a nice relaxed vibe to it compared to pretty much the other 3 days. Showed a campsite and it's quite full. Chin Beach, it was beyond crowded, but yeah, that was a good adventure. Yeah, it's just kind of nice to have a nice relaxing last day here. The hike wasn't too bad. It's only like 11 kilometers or so. And I was fortunate enough that the tide was low enough where I could do a couple of decent beach walks. Yeah, today, pretty much as soon as I got here, it got quite chilly. Like I got cold hands, man, cold feet, cold toque. Yeah, there's no sun getting in here, so makes sense that it's a little bit more nippy out. Payzant Creek is pretty neat. First you go down these rickety old boards onto a decrepit bridge. I just love the old schoolness, you know? Like this was probably built 40 years ago. Probably gonna be rebuilt here soon, but it's functionally fine. So yeah, just to the right of this bridge, there's a little spot to go down. Collect your water. Speaking of which, I must collect more water. Just made dinner, and it was delicious. Golden soup as is tradition. Had like 3 teas. Had a abundance of tea, so I felt like making them today, so that's what I did. And yeah, so I'm just gonna show you this area over here. It's really quite special. Attacked by the ants again. They will never cease their war against me. Yeah, this. Oh, I love it here.
This is very tranquil. And once you get up from the little watering hole down yonder, go up a little micro hill of destiny in this beautiful Jurassic land. Up some old school steps of destiny. And bam, you're at the campsite. Little map here. Little food cache up there. Oh, look at that. 40 kilometers right on the dot. Well, that last kilometer was good. That last two were pretty easy. And we got the pit toilet. And that's the way tomorrow. Botanical Beach to Port Renfrew. And this will conclude my journey. But one more night. One more night. That campsites here are really nice too. And voila, there's my campsite. All right, well, I think it's about time I packed her in. For some reason, there's a decent amount of mosquitoes out here. Apparently, they don't like the beach, but this isn't the beach. We're back in the forest lands. It's about 8 o'clock right now or so, so still got another hour of sunlight. Normally I'd go to the beach and watch the sunset, but it's not happening tonight. That's okay. Oh, excuse me. That's okay. Can't spend every night on the beach. As the old saying goes, life's a beach. Oh, I'll tell you what though. Feels good to get out of these big old boots. All right, time to change into something a little, I just can't really see it. There we go. Something a little less muddy. There we go. My toes are free. So these are the hiker version of the Smart Wool. Pretty generic, other than they're just a wool and poly blend. But these are the full comfort ones, the ones with much fuzziness in it. Keep your feet extra warm. I tend to get cold feet. I know I don't have diabetes. Thought I did for a while, but I just get cold real easy. Maybe I just feel like I get cold real easy. I don't know. I'll tell you what, I love that plus 35. Oh. So yeah, that feels good. Sometimes they get a little too toasty. I just gotta take them off in the middle of the night. That's just what it is. But it's a little extra cold here, so I think I'll be okay tonight. Plus I'm also sleeping on level ground, so that's nice. And then pass out. You all have a good night. Thanks for watching. See you next time.